Did you hear about Ms. Waters' class?
What happened?
Well, one of my students left their journal in my class. Look, it has 3 sections. It has notes and question of the day, working documents, and return papers.
What the heck is a question of the day?
I just think it's a bell ringer.
Here's an example question of the day. In a paragraph or two, describe the black codes. What were the 3 black codes? Why were they instituted? State 3 examples.
One of my students told me that she does journal checks.
How does that work?
About once every quarter or so, she'll pick like 2 random notes and questions of the day, and like 2 random papers from their working documents, which are papers that they're using, and 2 random papers from the return paper, which is papers she's already graded, gets them together, has them turn it in.
Wait.
So they have to keep all of their papers.
Okay, so you're saying that they do these question of the day things and papers each day?
Yeah, one of my star students, she told me that a typical day in Ms. Waters' class, you come in and you have a seat and you're assigned a seat. And you open up your journal and you pull out a piece of paper. At the top, you write the date and you write question of the day. And then you copy down what the question of the day is on the board.
Okay.
And then underneath, you have to answer the question of the day.
And then what?
And then they have a discussion about it.
They write it, then they discuss it, then what?
Then, usually they'd go on to take notes.
You have to copy them down word for word, just like the question of the day.
And then what happens, like, at the end of class?
You are dismissed by Mrs. Waters, but she oftentimes will not dismiss you unless you've done your exit ticket.
What the heck is an exit ticket?
An exit ticket is something you have to have done by the end of class.
It's kind of like a question of the day.
And before you can leave, she checks to see that you've done it.
On top of all that work during the day, do they still have homework?
Yeah, like once to twice a week. She does give them 2 days to do it.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
It's from your textbook. It's like ask questions, write complete sentences.
Usually at the end of the homework, they have a paragraph, and if you don't do the paragraph, you have to stay in for lunch with her.
And she will not take a 0. She's gonna make you complete all of the work. So how often does she give tests? Because tests take forever to grade.
I know. Well, I've heard that she gives them after every unit. Mrs. Waters' tests are usually pretty easy if you study, but she lets them give cheat sheets. I caught one of my students working on this during class.
What does a cheat sheet mean?
It's like a piece of paper that you can use to help you with the test. You can put down information and use it when you are taking your test.
Okay. There are probably size limits and stuff.
She also doesn't let you attach anything to it.
How long do the tests take?
You have the whole class period to take the test, and then there's an essay at the end. If you have to have the multiple choice.
And sometimes there's chronology.
Yes.
And sometimes short answer.
And you have to have that done in the class period. But the essay, you can come back during advisory to finish your essay if needed.
Also for the test, I heard that she gives questions from previous tests on there.
Oh, that means you actually have to know the information. That sounds like a good teaching method. That's what other rules does she have?
Well, one of her rules, and she's a strict enforcer of this, is no gum. Another rule, and this is kind of genius, is if you miss a day, you have to get your work off of planbook.com.
So, in order to use planbook.com, first you open your browser. Then you go to planbook.com. Then you click on Student View. Then you type in your teacher's email, kateri.waters@aps.edu, and then you type in the student key, which is capital W ATTERS 10. Then you click Login. And then you can go to different weeks and see everything that your child has done on that day. And you can open the documents that she used and get stuff in the future or stuff that you have missed.
You have to be really quiet and use your curtain voices.
Yes. The thing is, you have to have all of your supplies.
What do they learn about?
In the first semester, they cover exploration, and then they cover their first settlements, and then they go into colonial America and the Revolutionary War.
Okay.
Come second semester, they'll cover like the making of the Constitution, and they go into the Industrial Revolution. and then after the Industrial Revolution, they come to the Civil War, and then they go to Reconstruction.
Wow, Miss Waters' class is very sophisticated and complicated, but it all makes sense, and I bet her kids learn a lot. Oh, look at the time. We have to go.
We do it the next